Hi, I'm Carrie. I am the product manager here at Becky Higgins, and I help oversee a lot of development with the Project Life app as well. And this broadcast is coming at you live because it actually stemmed from a question that we received from a very dear friend customer of ours, Danielle, when she was putting together a recipe book from Becky's recipe pages, and we were having some serious resolution issues. So in an effort to help her, I dove in and did a little bit of research, and now I'm sharing that information with you.
You're amazing, Carrie.
Pretty much.
You really are.
Here's a copy of Becky's recipe book.
Beginning with the end in mind.
Yes. This is something that we've shared a few different times, and this is basically a copy. This is a soft cover book. This one is 8x8, and this is a compilation of a lot of different recipe pages that Becky has put together. Now, Becky's kind of become known for that. She always will tell me, she's right behind the camera, like talking about her like she's not in the room, but she will tell you that she is not an expert chef. She doesn't make up a lot of these recipes, but they are her tried and true. They use them all the time in their family, and so what she is known for then is putting them together in a recipe page in the Project Life app. The cool thing about that is because she loves you, and she does.
I really do.
See, she says she does. Okay. She takes these Project Life app pages that she creates with her recipes and shares them on our Pinterest page.
Also on Instagram, also on Facebook. But
True.
Pinterest specifically is...
Specifically?
Also doing the talking now.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to put the book down now. Okay, move that out of the way. So, a lot of you have asked, can I buy a copy? And the answer to that is, sure you can, if you put it together yourself. And I'm going to show you how. Now, we're going to look at it a couple different ways. I'm going to show you how to do it from your computer, and then I'm also going to show you how to do it from your mobile device, because at the end of the day, most of you are going to want to put this together in the Project Life app and print your book directly through the app. Again, we have hardcover and softcover options, and with our upcoming sale, which is going to be next week sometime, we're not telling you exactly when, but next week we're feeling pretty confident about that. We want to make sure that we give you time to get that put together if that is your heart's desire. So it's Friday now. What?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
keep going. Sorry, I interrupted too soon.
I was going to say, this gives you all weekend to go ahead and start doing exactly what I'm going to show you to do right now. As soon as Becky tells me a question that I need to answer, apparently.
Well, no questions, but there are several people explaining that they really want to do this, they need to do this, and they're explaining why I need to do this for my family, says Kara, but then someone, I can't remember her name, Anastasia said, I so need to do this for my girls to have when they grow up and move out. And that's the whole point of the recipe book, is that it is, open that back up again. This is, if you're not into making recipe pages, but you just want to make this just with the ones that I share, that's what Carrie's really focusing on. If you want to make them yourself, just open up that Project Life app and get to work, girl. So yes, however you want to use it.
Yeah. This video tutorial / Project Life app tutorial live is really just to show you, with the resources that we're already providing to you on Pinterest, how you could put together a recipe book with the pages that Becky has already created. Because she's kind of done the work. And trust me, I've tried out a lot of these recipes and they're pretty good. Aww. I should really just give her all my recipes and make food for her, and then she could make my recipe pages, and then I could have a book. That'd be awesome.
Or just make me all the food all the time.
Or that. I could see a collaboration going on here. Yes?
I like this
I make the food, you make the page. It's all good. I think we should work on that.
That's genius.
We should have an oven here at the office.
Ooh, you know what?
We could do that. I will eat the food. And Wendy will eat the food.
Wendy knows her role in the situation.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so before we jump to showing you how to get this done, there's one thing I want you to understand. When you create pages in the Project Life app, when you export those pages or save them outside the app, we always recommend saving them at a 12x12 size. That's because it's going to give you the biggest page, the highest resolution. So no matter what size you choose to print your pages, whether that's 8x8, 10x10, or 12x12, you're working with the biggest file size. Okay? So we're talking biggest number of pixels, highest resolution. I've given the analogy of the stretchy pants before. I'll give it again because it's one of my favorites. If you take stretchy pants, we're talking like athletic tights here that are lined in white, and they're little, and you stretch them across something that's really big, they kind of start to turn white and it doesn't look very pretty, like the pattern stretches out. It's the same way with our pictures. If we export at an 8x8 and try and print it at a 12x12, it's taking a smaller number of pixels and stretching them on a wider canvas. It's not going to look very pretty. So always export at 12x12. That's the first thing to know.
Christina says yes to the stretchy pants.
Yes to the stretchy pants. We've all seen them.
Yes,
We've all
we have.
seen them. That's all we're going to say. Some have been, yes. Anyway, okay, so when you export a page from the Project Life app at a 12x12 size, it will measure 2048 or 2048 by 2048 pixels at a 230 DPI. Now,
what language are you speaking?
I am speaking resolution, okay? And for most of you, just don't worry about those numbers, but just know that exporting at 12x12 is always going to give you the best option for print. The only reason that I bring up those numbers is because I'm going to give you some comparisons when we're looking at how things are saved on the computer and how things are saved on a mobile device so that you can know what resolution you're looking for. You want to look for 2048 by 2048. That is going to tell you, boom, full resolution.
So Letitia, don't worry, it's foreign to a lot of people, but Carrie's going to explain this and really bring it down to a level that you and I can understand even better.
That's my goal.
That's the point.
That's the goal. If I succeed, awesome. Hopefully it will help some of you. Okay, so Becky's going to come around here now because we're specifically going to focus on how to do this from your computer first.
Uh-oh. I just realized the bathroom door's open.
Oh,
hey,
shoot.
Wendy, can you close the bathroom door?
Before we change the angle of the camera, we're going to make sure the bathroom door is
It's funny. We've done broadcasts
Which
before.
is, I mean, it's not like the bathroom is offensive.
No,
we all
it's
have
not
bathrooms.
offensive. Don't go in it.
But
It's a very clean bathroom.
happy birthday. It's literally the three of us here in the office today. It's very quiet. But it's
TGIF.
just, yeah, anyway, we're so happy. We're so happy.
Can I bring it back to what we're talking about?
Yes.
Becky's asking, just wondering why not 300 DPI?
Because it conserves space in the Project Life app. And so that was one of the things. The larger the file size, the more memory it takes up in the Project Life app. And so Devin, our developer, worked really hard to make sure that we could maximize the file size for print quality while still conserving space within the Project Life app. So really that's the reason. Now, I was going to say, because anyone who is a traditional digital scrapbooker, sorry, I'm talking with my hands again, will know that if you're doing a 12x12 page, you're usually setting it up at 3600 by 3600 at 300 DPI. I know, foreign language. It's not French, it's not Spanish, it's resolution. But in order to conserve space in the app, that's the resolution that we settled on, and we have never heard complaints about our 12x12 print size whatsoever. So the quality of your overall print is not going to be compromised by the size of file that the Project Life app is putting out, as long as you're saving it at the 12x12 size.
So
Do we feel confident in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, on to this. So on my laptop, I have pulled up Pinterest.com. That's where you want to go. Log into your account, and then you're going to just search Becky Higgins, LLC. That is our company page. And then we've got all the different boards. You're going to look for the recipes board, okay? So Pinterest.com, search Becky Higgins, LLC, and look for recipes, the recipes board.
Alicia, hang in there. She's saying, I thought the app couldn't be used on a Mac. What we're explaining is...
Yes, this is not the Project Life app, and this is not the Pinterest app. I'm showing you right now how you can save these pages to your computer at full resolution. Because when you save them to your computer, then you can put them in something like Dropbox and access them through the Project Life app. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. And I promise I'm trying to keep it brief. Okay, so this is on a computer, Pinterest.com. Go to our recipes board, and then you can see all these, oh, just kidding, all these different recipe pages, okay? Everybody see that?
That's a lot of food. I'm hungry.
That's a lot of food. Okay, we're going to specifically start here with the bacon burgers, okay? Now, when you click on the bacon burgers, you have this page right here. Now, one of the things that people will want to do is on this recipe right here, they're just going to right click and go, oh, save image to downloads or save as, okay? You can do that. I'm going to just save it to downloads, okay? And I'll show you in just a minute why that is not the way to do it. Don't do it that way.
I love when you get bossy.
I'm so bossy. Ask my kids. Okay. better way.
Because that seems intuitive. So
it does seem intuitive.
Very
However,
helpful.
let me show you why that doesn't work. Okay, so come back with me.
I'm here.
Instead, what I want you to do is either click on this recipe here or click this open button. Okay, either one of those is going to give you the same result, and that is going to be, wait for it. Okay, now you can see this is filling the screen. It's opened in a separate tab, and from here, I'm going to right click and save the image to my downloads. Or you can do save as. In fact, I like that option better. I'm going to do save as. And then I actually have a folder already set up in Dropbox where I'm putting Becky's recipes. So this one here is bacon burgers, which I already have. Can you see that there? So I've already saved that one here. But now let's say, and I'll go back and I'll show you this in just a minute. Why? Okay, we're going to go back. I've already done the first few recipes. So here we go again. We're going to do scalloped potatoes. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click open. Now remember, you have to do that next step. And from here, I'm going to do save image as scalloped potatoes and ham. Okay, I'm going to save that. And this is what you would do if you're wanting to go through and then just go back to the feed. If you're wanting to do a big recipe book and just download all the recipes on your computer, this is a fast and easy way to do it. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to right click, save image as, Andy's mint cookies. Ooh, those are so good. Oh my gosh, I just made some the other day.
Yeah, Sarah's saying this is making me hungry.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so you can see what we're doing on the computer. Now let me show you, again, on my computer, why the first way I showed you to do it is not the way to do it. The second way, where you actually open the page, is the right way to do it. Okay, so come back with me.
Oh, I'm here.
We're gonna go to another screen. So I have saved these two images here. This is when I did it, just with the right click from the main page. Okay, now all I'm gonna do is do Command I. What I want you to see is the page information. So that's this page, the small image. And over here, when I open the page information, it shows me the dimensions of that page are 564 by 564.
Ooh, that's small.
That is very small. Okay? Very small. Don't do it that way. Okay. Meanwhile, if I look at the larger image and I pull up the information, let's look down here again. Dimensions. 2048 by 2048, which means full resolution, people.
Bravo. Carrie.
Bravo.
Bravo. Seriously.
Okay, so that's the difference. If you right click from that first page, it will save the page for you, but it's gonna save it this big because it really, all it's doing is saving it from that thumbnail. When you open the image, that's where it's giving you the full resolution page so that you can download that. So for me, I'm just doing save as. I save them all to a folder in Dropbox because then when I wanna put together my book in the Project Life app, I just go into the app and then I can bring all those pages in from Dropbox, which I will show you how to do in just a minute.
If at any point I have cut Carrie's head off, please realize that I am not only filming, but I'm also trying to keep up with your comments. And so
just so you know, we all love Becky. She's not the best multitasker. And she will admit it herself, right?
It's not my
Yeah,
strength.
multitasking, she says, is not her strength, which
But
you would
look, I'm
think it
taking-
is for all she does, but yes.
I'm taking notes on their questions. I'm
Okay.
filming and I'm trying to keep up with comments. Okay, you're doing great, Carrie.
Okay, so that covers the computer. Basically, you want to go find the recipe, click on it so that it opens the page. It should basically fill almost your entire monitor. It should be in its own tab. Right click from there and download from that page, not the main first Pinterest page that you go to. Are we good? Okay, now we're gonna move on from the computer because I've already shown you there in print how it shows the difference between the tiny 564 versus the 2048. Okay.
It's slightly bothering me that I can see the bottom edge of the pillow where the zipper is.
Hey.
Okay, no big deal.
Hey.
We're good.
We're not nitpicky at all in this office.
Feeling better about
Okay.
this.
All right. I'm gonna move my laptop out of the way.
This is serious.
I know. Making room.
Yeah, I mean, you push the recipe book out of the way, you push the laptop
Make
out of the way.
space here. All right.
And
Now,
push me out of the way.
next I'm gonna show you how to do it from a mobile device because reality is most of you are wanting to do this in the Project Life app, and the easiest way to access all of your photos to bring into the app is just to have them on your device. Yes, Dropbox is awesome, but if you just want boom, 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 bring them in from your camera roll or bring them in from your photos, you want to be able to have them just saved to your device. So let me show you. I brought my iPad into the office today. Oh, just kidding. All right. So the first thing that most people are going to want to do is go straight to the Pinterest app, right? Okay, now I went to the Pinterest app. Again, I navigated to Becky Higgins LLC. Okay, then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to find recipes right here. Tap on that. And again, we've got our bacon burgers, okay? So if I tap on that, then my option here is, if I push on it, awesome, right? But there's no way from this screen when it's opened up to save it. See that? I don't have the little box with the arrow or anything. So the only way that you can do that, oops, just kidding, is to tap on these 3 little dots and it gives you download image, okay? So you can do that. Once again, don't do it that way. Sorry, Bossy Pants.
You can do it, but don't do it.
Okay, here's the main gist before I even show you the rest of this. On a mobile device, do not try to download the pages from the Pinterest app. The app will always download them for you at a smaller size. It's like downloading the thumbnail like we did on the computer. The only way to get a full resolution image saved from Pinterest on your device without doing it from your computer and Dropbox is to use your browser.
It's almost like trying to get a screenshot. You can't expect that it's going to be full resolution.
Exactly. So, and as I was working through things with Danielle, because this all stemmed from her question, I narrowed it down. I said, okay, did you do it on your computer or did you do it on your device? Okay, what kind of device were you using? Okay, on your device, did you use the Pinterest app? Did you use the browser? You know, so we started narrowing it down so I could figure out how it is that she had done it in her book. Because what happened is she put together a whole recipe book, and when we were looking over it, our developer is really good at just making sure things are looking good, and he looked at her book and was like, no, that's not going to look good. Because he could tell that the resolution was not clear enough to print the book that she was trying to order. And so, anyhow, that's how this all kind of stemmed. And so I helped narrow down the process of how she had done it, where she had done it, and then I did a little bit of troubleshooting. And then when we talked internally, we're like, you know, a lot of people want to know how to do this. And so then somebody said, Carrie, you should do a Facebook Live about this.
That's pretty much how that works.
And I'm not sure why it always comes down to me, but sorry, guys.
So smart.
I know. Well,
stop being such a smarty pants.
So I've gone here in the Pinterest app. I did the whole download image, and now that's going to be on my iPad. Okay? Now, I'm going to come out of the Pinterest app. I'm going to show you really quick. Now, you can see it's in my, oh, there's too many of them. Sorry, guys. I saved a lot of them. I'm going to delete the ones that I had before that.
Emily says, now that's customer service.
Okay, now, this is the one that I just saved. Okay, now let me show you really quick. Because this doesn't give you an option to look at the information on the page. So Wendy showed me a slick trick. If you open Pick, Tap, Go, okay, because we love Pick, Tap, Go.
Yes, we do.
If you tap on that right here, it will show you down at the bottom 1200 by 1200. So that is smaller than the 2048 by 2048 that we downloaded, which is the full resolution from the app, right?
Right.
Okay, so next we're going to go into my browser on my iPad, which for me is Safari. And don't worry, people, I have also tested this out on Android.
Aww,
so I know.
You are such a
I love you people. I love you people. See, Android tablet right here. Okay. So again, I've already navigated to Pinterest.com. I went to the recipe page, and then I went here and I tapped on that. Now, the first time I did this, when I tried to open the page, it gave me the option of open in Pinterest app or open in browser. What's the answer, people? Open in browser. Okay, remember, we don't want to save pages from the app, so make sure that you're opening these pages in the browser. So again, I tapped on the page from here. This doesn't give me the option to download it. Interesting, right? But if I tap on this page again, notice it opened another tab. Okay, so now I've got the Pinterest page where it was. It's opened that in a separate tab. Then if I click the share icon, my first option right there is to save image. So I'm going to save my image. Okay, we're going to come back out. And now I'm going to take that one into Pick, Tap, Go. This is the one that I just downloaded. Come to the bottom. Look at the resolution. 2048 by 2048. That's telling me it's full resolution. Okay? So, in order to do it on a mobile device, and it works the same on Android, just so you know, I tried it in the Pinterest app, and I also tried it on my Android tablet using the Chrome browser, and it worked the same way. The one that I downloaded from the app was much smaller. The resolution was different. I believe I downloaded on my iPhone. It downloaded at 750 by 750, and on my iPad it downloaded at 1200 by 1200. Do you love all the numbers?
So much.
On my Android tablet, when I downloaded it from the app, it downloaded at 736 by 736. That may vary depending on the type of Android device you have. Also might depend on the type of iPad you have. The whole idea is the Pinterest app is giving you a low resolution image when you download from there. If you do it through a browser on your mobile device, you'll get full resolution.
You're so smart.
I'm so smart. It's ridiculous.
Wendy also commented that Wendy is smart.
Wendy is so smart. Wendy is so smart. I love her. Okay, so anyway, I'm just going to show you again really quick from the app, mobile device using a browser. Again, on my iPad, I'm using Safari. Navigate to recipes. I'm going to tap on the recipe. From there, I'm going to tap on it again. It's going to open in a separate tab. I'm going to hit the share icon. I'm going to save the image. Okay? And again, you would just keep doing the same thing. So go back out to the main page, tap on that, tap on the page. It's going to be big. You're going to know when it fills your screen, you're going to know that's the biggest it's going to get. It's going to be full resolution. Okay? Close that, go back out. So see, once you know how to do it, it just is kind of a rhythm. Oh, it's big. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to save it. Okay?
Easy.
Go back out.
Breezy.
Here's another one.
Alina
Beautiful.
says this is seriously awesome.
So tap there. You can see it's big. I'm going to save it. Save my image. Okay, so then when I go back out to my photo library here, or on the Android tablet, the one thing that I did notice, and I will show you really quick. Okay. Let's switch to Android for just 1 second because it is a little bit different. Okay, this is in the Chrome browser. I've already navigated to the recipes page. I'm going to tap on the burger recipe. Okay, when I tap to make it bigger, come on. Here we go. You can see it opened in a separate tab, so it works the same way. But in order for me to save this one so that I could access it for my photos, I just tap and hold, and it gives me these different options. The one that I chose was share image. And from there, it's coming. I did upload to photos because I wanted them right in my photos app there. And then this is my account that I'm logged into. And then I just do upload. So what that's doing is it's uploading the photo. Okay, now when I go here and I tap on photos, okay, you can see once again it keeps adding all my burger pages that I keep downloading as I test this out. But the cool thing here in Android, let me show you really quick, you actually can go without the pick, tap, go, because here you can pull it up in your photo, and if you tap the little eye, it will tell you right there. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, here you go. So this one shows you 736 by 736. That's the one that I downloaded from the app earlier. Then if I come back out and I tap on this here and tap the I for info, you can see that one there shows it's 2048 by 2048. So there you go for my Android users. So on that, once you have it big, you just tap and hold and then choose share, and then it will, and then you just choose to save it to your photos. Unless you want to save it to Dropbox or something else. Okay. So
You're amazing.
let's answer a couple questions first, and then I'm going to show you how to take the pages that you've saved either in Dropbox on your computer or on your device, and how to bring them into the Project Life app so that you can create your photo book or your recipe book. Okay, do we have questions?
Just a few.
Okay, so let's cover the questions first.
There are a few people who are like asking for a Dropbox tutorial. And I think the best thing for us to do is to point them to the source.
To Dropbox.
We love Dropbox, but no one teaches Dropbox better than Dropbox.
For sure. And everyone uses Dropbox differently. And so because of that, I would recommend for sure Dropbox. They've got video tutorials, I think, on their website. If not, you can probably go to YouTube and look for Dropbox. I mean, we're not opposed to doing a tutorial, but this one for sure right here isn't going to become a Dropbox tutorial. So we can add that to a list of things to, cover. I'm assuming specifically the idea of saving Project Life pages into Dropbox?
I think people
and then
are,
using them in the app, or
I think people are just generally intrigued by Dropbox. I think they catch on to how much we love it, use it, and live by it.
Okay.
And so I think it's all things Dropbox. But that's
the other thing I would recommend, I believe on our blog that Kevin did a blog post specifically about Dropbox. So you might want to go to our blog, BeckyHiggins.com, and then click on blog, and then just do a search for Dropbox, because I know that we've had at least 1 or 2 different blog posts that have touched on the topic of Dropbox, and it might give you enough information to get you started.
Yeah, along those lines, Letitia is wondering if I think everyone who's watching this is really enjoying it. You're a great teacher, Karen,
I don't know that I'm a great
obviously.
teacher, but
and you look fabulous today. But also, I think they're wondering, and Letitia kind of voiced it, if there's any way that there would be like written down steps. Is this something that you think would translate to a blog post, or should we just encourage them to watch this back and take their own notes?
Either or. I mean,
yeah, you know what?
Let's just put it into a blog post.
I can put it into a blog. I typed it up so I would make sure that I didn't miss anything.
You're awesome,
so I'll hold that up.
Grab your screenshot.
Maybe that is helpful, and I'm happy to do a blog post about it that we could either, link to the video once we get it on YouTube or whatever. But anyway, these are just the notes that I wrote down.
One more time.
Are they super bossy? Do not use the Pinterest app.
Okay, you guys, you had your chance
Okay,
to grab your screenshot.
Here, I'm going to set it down so I'm not like shaky. I'm probably still like shaky and nervous.
One more time. And Heidi's saying excellent explanation. We appreciate it. You guys are so helpful. Grab your screenshot. I don't know if we have so...
I literally just typed these up like so super fast. So, I mean, if it's helpful, give us a thumbs up if you think it would be helpful for us to put this into a blog post. And if we get enough thumbs up, I'm not going to tell you how many it's going to take. But if we get enough thumbs up, hearts, all the love, then maybe I'll consider writing another blog post.
Otherwise, there's so much. I mean, Carrie's our product manager, so she's got a lot going on that relates to developing product and making sure that we are meeting your needs that way. And so, unfortunately, Carrie, you're getting a lot of thumbs up.
Fine already. I wrote a blog. Well, okay, but it's good because I wrote a blog post today. If you haven't caught that one, go check it out, because we've given all the details about a design contest that we just started today. It was mentioned in a broadcast that we did the other day, but if you didn't catch that, head to the blog today. So if you are a designer, you know somebody who is, go check out that. So I wrote that blog post. I've got another blog post coming next week.
Yeah, you do. Get to
so
work.
It might be a little while before I get to this one, but it shouldn't be too long. And really, I have a lot of it already written up here. So
hey, thanks, Wendy.
What? Wendy said she'd write it?
Wendy included the link to the blog post that you referenced. It's actually
about
called
Dropbox?
The Basics of Dropbox
Awesome.
and Beyond.
Yes.
The one that Kevin wrote,
Thanks.
right? Is that the one that Kevin...
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, I thought we had one specifically on Dropbox, but anyway. Okay.
Okay, and then another question.
Yes.
Well, it's actually a comment from several people.
Okay.
They would love to just buy the recipe book. Do you want me to explain that, or do you want to explain that?
Well, what do you
Which
mean
part?
by the recipe book? The idea
I
here
would
is that...
rather just buy the recipe book. But there's a reason why we just don't jump into that.
Oh,
Do you know the reason?
No.
I don't know that like 50,000 people want my
Oh yeah,
recipe
production.
book. Yeah,
The cost of production
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff a lot of times just offsets the cost of...
Plus, there's the
Yes.
whole, like, they're not my original recipes.
Right.
This is literally just for fun.
Yeah.
For me, I started just for my family, and I think it's fun to share as gifts and whatever, but because some of you have expressed, not all of you, but some of you have expressed interest in having something like that, that's what I think lends itself well to a tutorial with Carrie.
But let me explain to you, in my personal opinion, what's cool about doing it by yourself. First of all, the work for the pages is already done. Second of all, we've just shown you how to download them full resolution, either on your computer or on your device, which literally you could do in just a few minutes. I mean, if I were to really go through and start saving everyone, I could probably save every one of those to Dropbox in about 5 minutes. But the cool thing is, if there's, let's say, 60 recipes that Becky has put on Pinterest, and let's say you're looking through them and you're like, my family would never eat that, or I really want to divide it up into, like, I want to put all the desserts together, and I want to put all this together and all this together. You can do that. And if you want to say, like, hey, you know what, I want to just do the minimum number of pages that come in a book so that I can order a softcover book and it's only going to cost me $25, you can do that. If you want to do a 10 by 10 lay flat hardbound book and put all of the pages in there, you can do that. So one, you control the size. You control hardcover or softcover. You can do your own cover if you want to, however you want to. Okay? You can choose the recipes that are included. So in my opinion, I'd rather have like total control over that and put in 30 minutes of work to do it, because really you're not having to create the pages. All you're having to do is decide which ones you want, save them, and then I'm going to show you how to put them into the Project Life app so you can create your photo book.
And any pages of mine that, or anyone's that you want to include, it's so cool because the work is done and you can include any of those and call it good.
Yep, you can mix hers with yours or whatever.
And Danielle says that's what I did. Desserts separate from regular recipes. She cannot wait to order it and get it. She made a cover that she designed also.
This is our Danielle.
Hey, yep, that's, that's
now,
our Danielle.
And Danielle has had success because I walked you through it, right, Danielle?
She's very thankful.
I actually made her a separate little video, like a video on my iPad, what? Oh, sorry.
Listen, that is not the type of customer service that is
that is not normal all the time.
Wendy's like, wait,
it was more in a troubleshooting effort because I wanted to make sure that what I was discovering was a solution to what she had already done so that I could turn around and share it with you. This is way bigger and better than what I shared with Danielle.
Yeah,
just so you know.
And you know what? Offense. And that's what I was going to say with Danielle. We're so thankful that Danielle even brought it to our attention because then Carrie basically was able to prepare to do this broadcast.
It was more of a troubleshooting. Yeah.
So one quick note, because we're talking about covers, I created this cover literally, and we beat this one up to death because we took it
that one's gone to shows. Yeah.
Yes. But I created the cover by zooming in on a pocket on a Project Life page. I put a wood grain card from one of the collections, popped it in the pocket, zoomed in, screenshot, boom. That's my cover. That's literally all that is, and then I added the text. Yep. So you can create covers however you want.
Yep.
Okay, another question that we got was, where are those necklaces from?
Oh my God.
They're admiring.
This one, I want to say this one and this one are from Stella and Dot, I think. Yes. This one here was actually a part of a trio. Like it had like 3 and you can like separate and make them. So this one. And this one is extra special because this was a birthday gift to me from Becky that she picked up when we were at Magnolia back in October.
Got a little Chip and Joanna around her neck.
So yeah, they're just all, I just was feeling super like a cool kid today and I layered my necklaces.
It is really cute. Thanks. And you're getting a lot of thumbs up and you look darling. Thanks. And your shirt, you're rocking it, is from...
It's called To Surf.
S-U-R-F.
S-U-R-F, called To Surf. I actually ordered it online, so...
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Enough about fashion.
All right, back to... Now that you've got your pages saved, you know that they're full resolution because you've done it the right way and not the wrong way, right? You've done it through a browser on your mobile device, or you've done it on your computer and you've opened the big page and saved it. Now we're going to put them actually into the Project Life app. Once they're in the Project Life app, then you can add them to a photo book or print them as individual pages. So come back to the iPad.
I will. And Julie says she is darling. Everything, period.
Oh,
darling, period.
Julie. Who's Julie? Hi, Julie. We're new best friends. You're nice.
Thanks, Julie.
Oh, hey. Wait, where am I?
I don't know.
Project Life app. Sorry. Oh, I just got distracted. Okay. Project Life app. There we go. So we're going to open this and we're going to go straight to the collage section, which is the upper left quadrant. It's orange. It looks like this. Okay. Mine automatically opens to the 12 by 12 page because in my preferences, which you can get to by going here. Let me show you.
Yes, I was going to say, wait,
Preferences, tap on the green question mark and it says preferences.
Magic.
You can go in there and you can choose the page template that you will always start with, the collage template that you will always start with, the journaling font, always square corners or not square corners, drop shadows or not drop shadows. So I have the 12 by 12 chosen as my default collage page because it's the one that I use the very most. I believe by default the app does the 4 by 6 with the 2 3 by 4 pockets vertical next to it, but I set mine as 12 to 12. That's why when I tap on the collage section, it pops up as the 12 by 12. Yeah, if yours doesn't look like this when you open the collage section, tap on the upper left corner and it will give you all these different collage options. Okay. The one you want is the very first one on the left, which is 12 by 12. Okay. There we go. Are we good?
We're good.
From there, I'm going to tap on my page and you notice that my only option is a photo. Okay. So I'm going to tap on that. Then I'm gonna go to my camera roll because that's where I just saved all those last pages, remember? And I'm just gonna tap on that. Now, it's gonna say, this photo is great for 8x8, blah, blah, blah. The most important thing for you to look at is photo res 2048 by 2048. That tells you that is a full resolution image. Now, what you need to know about the app is our little low res warning is extra cautious, if that makes any sense. So if you're bringing in a page, even though that is like a full resolution page from the Project Life app, which we know because it's telling us the resolution is 2048 by 2048, that is kind of our safety net of saying, just make sure that this is full resolution. We want to make sure that it's good print quality. As long as it says this, photo res 2048 by 2048, you are good to go. You're like, all right, I'm not going to worry about it. Don't freak out. It's still going to be good. Add your photo. Okay. And from there, we're just going to close that. And then you just keep doing the same thing. So we just go 12 by 12. I'm going to tap on that, add my photo. I'm going to go to my camera roll. I'm going to add the next one. Okay, it's still 2048 by 2048. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Bread.
Oh, banana bread. I have bananas on my counter right now too, just so you know.
Ooh,
I know.
weekend.
Weekend. Okay, now let's look at this though. I believe this one is my one. Oh, now look at this.
Ooh.
This one says photo res 1200 by 1200. I know by looking at that that is not a full resolution image. It's not gonna give me a good enough picture. So that's when you can go, oops, that's the wrong one. I don't want to use that one. You want to make sure when you're adding it that I'm adding this one that says, oh, 2048 by 2048 or 2048 by 2048 or however you want to say that. Then we can add the photo. Okay. So that is another way for you to check to make sure that the page you're adding actually is that full resolution, that it's not one that you've downloaded through the Pinterest app or it's not one that you saved, you know, by right-clicking on just the thumbnail. You can always tell that it's going to be the full resolution from there. Okay, now, we're adding them all through the collage section. Let's say we've added, you know, all the pages that we've saved. Oh, let me show you really quick too. Sorry, for those of you who want to use Dropbox. You did them on your computer. You saved them into Dropbox because you're like, it's faster, easier, that's how I want to do it. This is how we're going to put them in. Tap on that again. We've got our photo. And we're going to go to Dropbox. Okay? Fine, you can open Dropbox. Just kidding. Okay, from here, I have a lot of Dropbox folders, but I'm gonna go to this one. That's where it's at. Okay, Becky's recipes, that's where I saved those pages. Okay, so you can see the Andy's mints that I just added, the bacon burgers. Okay, so I'm gonna tap the Andy's mint. Yes. Okay, so now it's gonna show me again, low res, but it is still 2048 by 2048. I'm gonna go ahead and add that picture. Okay, I'm gonna tap to close it. Now what's cool about these is in my library, it's going ahead and it's saving. See how it's saving those in like the completed collage section right there? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so what's cool about that, then I can go place an order and I'm gonna create a photo book. I'm gonna start a new book and I'm gonna go ahead and do, let's say just a 10 by 10 soft cover, okay? Guess what? Creating a soft cover book, you need to add your pages first before you design the cover, okay?
Good
We've
to
got all
know.
kinds of good tips for you all your way through. I got it. Thanks, Devin. Okay, I'm just gonna name this. My hair's on my face. Recipes. Sorry, okay, Becky's recipes. Then I'm gonna go to pages. And from here, I'm just gonna start adding those pages. So those were all in my, I have my different folders, okay? I'm just doing all completed 12 by 12 pages.
Just because you haven't set up a special
Right.
folder for this.
Correct.
So you can pull from folders,
Okay,
obviously.
I'm gonna modify by creation date. Okay, see, you can sort here by the date they were modified, created, by the event, by the page name. I haven't named any of those. I haven't done any of that, but I knew they were the most recent ones that I created. So see, you can see that they're right on top. So I'm gonna add that one. Now, I see you're adding an image created with our collage feature, okay? It's asking if it's a full page photo or a completed layout.
Well, what is it?
Okay, so the difference here is a completed layout from the app is gonna allow it to not add any extra border. So if you add a full page photo, for example, let's say you have a family photo in Dropbox, you wanna put it into your album. You bring it in through the collage section just like that. It's gonna ask you if it's a completed page, meaning it was a page that you created in the app, or if it's a photo. If it's a completed page, or if it's a full page photo, I guess is what I should say, it will add a border around the outside of it, because our full page photos are not actually full bleed. They add the same border to them that all of our Project Life app pages already have built into them.
It's nice for consistency. It looks really
Correct.
good.
So that's the difference. So you would say it's a completed layout. And so then that basically tells the book people, and through Devin's magic juju, that we're going to add this. Okay. And then I'm just going to go, I'm going to add another one. I'm going to do that. And it's just going to ask me that every time. So just know, if you're adding these recipe pages, you're adding completed layouts, because it's not just a picture that you're trying to bring into the app. I'm going to add that page. And I'm just going to keep going.
Explain why completed layout.
Or you.
What happens if you don't?
Carrie would
then
love
you
that
have
break.
the extra border.
Right.
So it'll be a double thick border. But I just got off the phone with Devin.
Oh, hi,
Did I say
Devin.
something wrong?
Well, I
You're
was
in
listening to you, and there's
trouble.
something that we've been talking about
Okay.
just today. So
So have I done this whole broadcast for naught?
No, but I was like,
Oh no.
if you are making a recipe book using these Pinterest pages, it would be best to print these books at 8x8.
Okay.
Because the photo books need a higher resolution than the prints. That's why you still get the warning.
Okay.
The photo books are printed at 300
Okay.
DPI. The prints themselves, if it was just a print, it would be fine. Probably for a 12x12.
Don't look at me. Look at the
Right
camera.
off the
That is 8x8.
This is 8x8. And I don't think that you want a 12x12 recipe
Agreed.
book anyway.
Agreed.
8x8 is the best size for a recipe book. But just before this broadcast is over, I think we should say that this is for an 8x8 book. And it should look great. So
It will look
Okay.
fantastic, and
So,
Danielle's
okay.
going to let us know.
That is good to know,
Danielle,
because
we
I did not know that.
You're going to order.
That
Yeah.
is apparently it.
this is
That would
live.
have been nice to know an hour ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Customer service coming out to live. Well, as I was listening to you say it, I'm like, wait.
I'm so
anyway.
glad you figured this out.
But
You guys-
we're figuring this out because people are starting to make books now.
Yeah.
And so we're like, as we're going, we're seeing the warnings are there to keep us all safe.
Right. Like most warnings. Warnings keep
So,
us safe.
bottom
So
line,
you can
guys, if
still
you're
do
making
this,
a recipe book, make it 8x8. That's what this is. I don't want a recipe book bigger than 8x8 personally. And you'll always have the option. I should have thought to bring it, but the option to print the pages.
Of course,
And put
yes.
them, and which people like because then you can wipe those pages right off because they're in the plastic page protectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
And you can
order,
add to them or whatever. So I mean, there's
rearrange them.
yes, that's the pros and cons of the individual
you,
pages
Wendy.
versus
You're
the
welcome.
photo books.
Thanks,
I
So-
just was like, oh wait,
Aw.
just in case. He said, I asked him, I'm like, what's going to happen? He said, it just won't be as sharp. It shouldn't be. Remember when Danielle first tried to do her book, she did the wrong way just because we didn't know.
We didn't know,
It's
right?
intuitive to do it the other way. And all of her, the cards with the words were so pixelated you couldn't even read them. That won't be the case
Right.
with this. So,
So touch base with Danielle because she is kind of our inaugural and she's commenting right now. She did actually set it up for 10x10 because none of us knew this. And so you might want to just go ahead and
Yeah.
touch base with her.
And my guess is it will still print well.
right, like Devin said,
yes.
he goes in with the untrained eye might not even catch it. But you don't want to, I wouldn't do 12x12.
We want
From
you guys
these.
to have the best.
Yes. Well, and it even says this will print well at an 8x8 or 10x10, I believe is what it said. But anyway,
Yeah.
we trust Devin because Devin is way smarter than
He's-
me or Wendy.
He's a superhero.
He really is. Like, you guys have
You
no
better
idea.
say that. He's watching.
Oh, yeah.
Is he watching?
Thanks, Devin.
Is that how he caught on to
I
it?
No,
Holly's
okay.
in here.
No,
Hey,
I
Holly.
don't.
Hi.
Can they be printed as 12x12 single sheets? Like
Yes.
Single
Yes.
pages?
Yes,
No
they
problem.
can be. Yep.
And you can wipe those suckers off because if you're like me,
And
I'm not
Wendy's
ordering one of
messy.
those to cook with.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
and
messy.
I personally like to have my pages and page protectors slipped into albums. Like that's my practical way to use the Project Life app with my recipes.
But this is a good gift.
it is.
Yes, it's a wonderful gift.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
welcome.
thanks, Wendy.
I'm gonna go back in the bathroom. Real quick.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions that you've caught that need to be addressed that pertain to this?
that pertain to this very specific topic, no. Got a few
Okay.
random questions.
Okay, that I should be answering, or that no one should be answering, or we should address
well,
later, or
here's one I'll answer, and I'll just say Jenny was asking about photo editing. I would actually just send you, Jenny, to the blog that Carrie's referenced already, and do a search for photo editing or even PicTapGo. That is my favorite go-to photo editing app. It's also the photo editing app that is implemented and integrated into the Project Life app
on iOS. On iOS.
On iOS.
Yes,
specifically.
PicTapGo is not available for Android.
Sorry.
And they will not develop for Android. They've already been very upfront about the fact that they won't develop an app for Android.
That is good to know.
Yes.
Having said that, we have basic photo editing built into the app for Android. That's great.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
anyway,
both.
But for photo editing, definitely check that out. Check out that blog post. But I do use PicTapGo. And then Shelly, just random question. Shelly was asking what our Instagram account is. It is Becky Higgins LLC. And Lori wants you to know how much lots of people appreciate this. But Lori's voicing what a lot of people feel, which is they are visual learners. And so actually seeing you go through I feel like this is more than just the recipe books. This is, people are picking up on things through the Project Life app and workflow in general that are very helpful. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, and I think for me, it just reminded me that most apps in general are not full functioning programs. So for example, the Pinterest app is a smaller version of what the browser version of Pinterest is meant to do in terms of the sizes and all that. Just like our app, you know what I mean? Like we conserve as much space as we can with, for example, the page size is not being 300 but being 230, you know, or things like that, because they need to be able to run efficiently on mobile devices. So the robustness of different things, it just reminded me that, you know, there's always going to be a difference there. And so when in doubt, when you're trying to save anything like that, you're typically going to be better off probably going through a browser and doing something that is a more robust or full resolution type of a solution.
Totally.
So.
Hey, Mindy wants us to know that she's actually making Andy's mint cookies while she's watching.
Is that Mindy Pitcher?
Nope.
No, different Mindy?
Different
Okay, Mindy, feel free to send them to the office.
We do take
I would
food.
gladly take that. Anyone who's local, if you're making them, we'll be here for around another hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Seriously, we're going to be here. And then Leslie has said, have you seen the awesome layouts people are making with drop shadows off?
Yes, in fact.
Game changer, she says.
Yes, in fact, I know that we are working with somebody to put together a blog post about how they're using that. But basically the idea there is that before you create your page, before you tap on that creation, well, hang on. Now I'm all kinds of messed up here. Okay, before you tap on this, you would go in here. Okay, this is turning into something more, and I'm not even going there.
This is not happy hour,
No,
Carrie.
this is not. That's sometime soon. Pocket drop shadow, you just turn that off. All that does is, the drop shadow is just a faint gray kind of outline of the pockets. It helps to add a little bit more depth to the pages and the cards. But a lot of people, once we gave the option of turning off the drop shadow, a lot of people like that, because what happens is but you have to turn off the drop shadow before you start creating your layout. Okay, just so you know, Wendy and I actually just had this conversation because she was trying to test this back and forth. Turn off the drop shadow, then start your layout. Because if you go back to any layout that's already been started with a drop shadow and then turn it off and then try to open that layout again, it will still have a drop shadow. So decide whether or not you want drop shadow to start with, then you start your layout. But the cool thing about that is then if you add, so for example, let's say you choose a white background and then you go into your pockets and you fill some of those pockets with white cards. There's no little gray outline on those pockets anymore, which then makes the whole background basically look white or whatever color. Because you can change the background color and then add the same color cards. And then so for some people who are wanting to feel a little bit more creative, they're able to do that by turning off the drop shadows and then filling those pockets with the same color cards as the background. Again, I'm not going to go into all that with a tutorial and show you, because I know that we're working on something to share with you all to give you more tips on how to do that. But yes.
And on that note, just really quick, Sean says, no drop shadows equals the Megan method. Megan on the 2018 creative team is a genius.
Okay.
So she must, so Carrie and I have yet to become more familiar
No,
with
I'm familiar with it, but
Okay.
yeah. And I know.
No, but I mean the Megan method.
Yes.
I didn't know that was a
the
good...
video I was going
Oh,
yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say, and I know that there's.
Okay. All right, Wendy's got
I do
something
know
to
that.
share with
Yes.
me.
Well, oh yeah. Anyway, all right.
Okay, cool. And so there are some other questions that are really applicable and awesome for Appy Hour.
Okay.
And that should be coming, we hope, next week-ish.
Ish.
Yes.
Yes.
We do Appy Hour, Carrie and Wendy down the hall do Appy Hour about once a month. And that is the best time and place to bring all your app-related questions.
Yep.
So we are going to do one more time. I'm going to ask you guys if you want to see Carrie's very casual. We didn't plan on doing it this way.
No, I did not at all.
But she typed this out for herself. And if you want to get a screenshot of the steps, these are the notes that she took for herself to make sure that she was covering her bases. The thumbs up and hearts tell me that you are thankful for this second chance to grab your screenshot. Okay.
And you can always play this video back, pause it, screenshot it, you're good. So
Totally.
But like I said, we're gonna go through and count how many reactions we had to this, and if we have enough, which is gonna take a lot. No. Then we can also look at doing a blog post and just posting this information for easy reference for you guys, if you find that that's helpful.
I love something that you and I have in common.
Which is
that when we start a broadcast, we always have the best intentions to keep it short.
I know, you guys, this was seriously supposed to be short and sweet, and now it's been an hour, and I'm so sorry because you're probably
People are not sorry. People are saying we want more things like this, and they're grateful, and it's helpful, and all the things.
It's just better when people like Becky are doing
it. Yeah, nice try. Nice way to try to get out of this. I have other things to talk about. I get more into philosophy.
I know, she doesn't like the whole, like,
technical.
Pixels and resolution and technical.
No.
Anytime it goes to something technical, they're always like, Carrie, you should do.
Carrie, you do it.
Yes. Anyway.
We draw sticks around here.
I know.
Or
And
straws.
and I always get the short one.
Yeah, you do.
And I end up in front of the
They say
camera.
plenty of me anyway. Aren't you guys so happy to see Carrie? Yes. Mm-hmm. See?
For sure.
They love you.
I'm pretty much a celebrity.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All right.
I should show my kids this so they feel like I'm important.
Right? Hey, kids. Mama's important.
Yes, indeed.
Look at what she does during the day.
I know.
It is
I
not
really go to work.
watching soap operas and eating bonbons. I guess
Although that would be
for the
super
80s.
nice one of these days. I would really love to just like.
Can you imagine just sitting at home and like just watching TV?
I would just like to take a nap. That's what I'd really like to do.
I know.
And bake some Andy's Mint cookies.
We should do that.
Or cinnamon rolls. Or banana bread, because I have bananas too.
Now my arm's getting shaky. We must
All right.
wrap up.
We're done.
Okay,
Thank you all for tuning in. I think we're done. Again, if you have other app-related questions, hang on to those because we'll be doing Appy Hour here pretty soon in the near future. My guess would be probably sometime next week, but I'm not promising you that because we don't tell things like that ahead of time usually.
But Carrie, what if I'm using the app and I just run into an issue or I have a question, but I'm not going to wait for the next broadcast.
Well, you don't need to wait for the next broadcast because the best way to get the answers to specific questions is to go to the Project Life app on your device, open it up, and tap on the green question mark on the home screen.
Show me. What does that look like?
I don't know. I'm like, you're making me pretend like I got to open the app. Oh, just kidding. Right there. Tap on that and go to question, issue. The reason that we do that, the best way is because this is what we need right here. It tells us the version. It tells us the platform you're using. It even tells us the device that you're using. So that is super duper duper helpful to Wendy because then she knows if there's a specific bug that is affecting a particular
vocabulary stopped.
Version or a specific platform. Like if you don't have the most recent iOS update, for example, or there's a glitch or something like that. Wendy's usually pretty much in the know on those, and so she can look at just that information and know what might be able to answer your question for you. And she also has a thorough answer bank for lots of different questions because she gets a lot of the same questions a lot of times, and so she is the most helpful and thorough and outgoing and spunky customer service person you will ever meet on the face of the planet. And so if you have an issue, that's the best way to do it. And Wendy, my girl down the hall, is the one who's answering every single one of those.
Love you, Wendy.
She does her very best to usually answer within 24 hours. Of course, we take the weekends off, and sometimes if it's a super heavy workload, it'll take a little bit longer than that, but she is frantically working all day, every day to answer those questions.
She does have a pretty good quick turnaround. Any of you who have used our customer service through the app, I'm going to need to see some hearts and thumbs up to make sure that we can validate Wendy for her incredible customer service.
Yes.
And might I brag about you also?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Can we turn the camera on you while you're talking about me at least?
no, I want to see you blushing.
So embarrassing.
I want to remind everybody, and I know that you would want to remind them as well, that on our YouTube channel, we have an entire playlist. Why does that apply to you?
It's been neglected.
Hey, listen, let's just focus on the positive.
Let's focus on the positive.
Which
because
is...
we've been because really, do you want me to talk about You talk about it.
Listen,
You were ragging on me, sorry.
There are a ton of videos that this girl has done. They are free. They're available. They're on YouTube, and they are so helpful. And you don't have to watch tutorials to understand how to use the app. The app is phenomenal, user-friendly, intuitive, and all of the great things mostly because Devin is a superhero, our app developer, and also because we have a team of people around here that care to make things right. And so, listen, go check out the playlist. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. And really, the playlist has been more neglected this last year, but we've also gone to doing Appy Hour almost every single month. So a lot of times we show or share a lot of things on Appy Hour.
Totally.
I know that is a little bit less specific and user-friendly because it's a bit more spread out, and Wendy and I like to laugh a little bit too much, and we know that that's kind of annoying to some people, but you can fast forward when it looks like we're just talking. But we do share a lot of really good tips and information during Appy Hour, so just set aside an hour. We really do try to keep it to an hour. But that is one way that we've been sharing a lot more information lately versus the tutorials like we've done before.
Having said that, Jane says Carrie's tutorials are excellent. There are some very specific topics that you have covered that are totally worth checking out.
And there are more that we will cover. It's tricky right now because I usually record them at home. We just moved into a new house and it's kind of a construction zone. So finding a quiet place to record is a little bit tricky right now.
Excuses.
I know. I'm full of them. But anyway.
Okay.
It's Friday, guys. Check out. We're getting ready for the weekend. And hopefully it is a good one for you. Ours is filled with volleyball.
Is it?
Yes.
And chocolate?
Lots of chocolate.
I hope so.
Yes.
Okay, so are we saying goodbye?
Yeah, we're saying goodbye. So long, farewell.
Oh, nice
Auf
try.
Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Oh,
Sorry,
we
I know.
really should listen to you sing more. But
I really sing like...
can you do something from The Greatest Showman after the last question?
Oh.
Christina asks, how do I find the Appy Hour? Are past episodes available too?
They are. They're available on our YouTube channel. I don't believe they're on...
right
Oh, and on
here.
Facebook Live.
Right here on Facebook.
Right.
Our
You can
Facebook
go
Live
back
broadcast just...
Yes, you can click on... I believe there's a tab for videos. And yes. Right there.
Now are you
And
ready
just
to sing?
No, because I don't know what I'm going to sing.
Listen, this is me.
Well,
This is
hey,
me.
but I haven't had water. I've been talking for an hour. I'm really... No, you've been sick. I've been sick. It's, we don't want to go there.